what we were aiming for was the sort of music was sort of the name was pretty dead on for what we wanted. We in New Orleans we kind of re-met and kind of just hung out and listened to a lot of records and sort of just bonded over several records, Zombies and Kinks and Love, and that sort of vibe was something I knew also from Pat's material he had done before Autumn Defense, so I knew sort of kindred in that way.
Yeah, there was something autumnal in a lot of the music that we both were digging at the time, so I think that's kind of why that name felt right. A lot of records we listened to sort of had that feeling. Well, that was a great experience, just from top to bottom, really. Meeting Neil was fantastic. Big fan of his work, and he's such a lovely guy. And so it was very inspirational just being there. And we hadn't done any writing or recording as the Autumn Defense for a couple of years, and hadn't really talked yet about making a new record. And it was sort of that experience going down there that sort of jump-started the whole thing. Suddenly we were down there in a very creative environment and lots of people writing songs and spontaneously recording on each other's material. And both of us sort of spontaneously wrote songs sort of right about the same time. And so it was a very organic sort of thing that happened. And so yeah, that was the first material, the first new Autumn Defense material for a while that happened in that situation.
And it came together, so fast. It was just, just written and recorded in a day and a half or 2 days, and we didn't have the Autumn Defense band, but just knowing how it was just so, it just felt it was so fast that we knew that
we needed to do some
more music for sure. We both, generally most every song of mine I do bring to Pat to sort of help arrange, whether it's sort of, I have a few top to bottom co-writes. He's definitely, he's the arranger, so generally if he has a song that's really completed, I can't add very much to it a lot of times. But we sort of do make an attempt to write together, sort of lyrically and everything, every record, and it's kind of produced a cool kind of like third voice in the songwriting process. I think a lot of really cool songs have come out of that, but generally we are bringing material, as well, kind of soul written material.
Right. I think too, unconsciously, I know for me when I'm writing material for the record, I already sort of have a feeling for what's going to work in the situation and what's going to be good for our voices and our sort of the vibe that we have. So I think even though I might be writing alone, I'm still writing sort of in the sort of mentally still in a collaboration with what the personality of the Autumn Defense is.
Yeah.
So I think we both sort of write towards the sum of the parts. It's great. I wish we could do it more. Love playing with these guys, and the drummer Greg Wazorek has been with us since the first album, and is an old friend of ours from New Orleans, and he's, we've been saying it a lot. He's kind of the third member of the band in a lot of ways. He's really an important part of the sound and the sort of the feeling of the music. And John Piricello from Chicago, he's been playing with us for almost 10 years, and James Haggerty, the bass player, is from Nashville, and he hasn't worked with us on any of the records, but he's been playing with us in our live band for the last 5 years or so, and is kind of part of our community of Nashville friends and musicians. That Autumn Defense has a big connection, I think, to a certain group of musicians in Nashville that we've worked with a lot, and we've recorded with. Three of our records were recorded. A good bit of the records were recorded in Nashville. So he's kind of part of our Nashville family.
Yeah, it's amazing to have the same band. I mean, for that long. It's really, it's something a lot of people don't have the luxury of having. I mean, it's pretty amazing, and I often wonder why. I think it's because it is kind of intermittent in a way. Like if it were a main sort of thing, and it would be hard for people to commit that long. And it's funny how it's weirdly helped us kind of keep the band together in a way. But
yeah, we're definitely lucky to have these guys.